What if I told you Christmas in the United States doesn't feel the same everywhere? In one place, it's loud, bright, and impossible to escape. In another, it's quiet, almost empty. Tonight, I'm taking you across America to show you what Christmas actually feels like. Not the movies, not Instagram, the real thing. Every Christmas season, over 100 million Americans travel. That's nearly 1 in 3 people in the entire country. Airports don't sleep, highways don't rest, entire cities move at the same time. So we started where Christmas movement begins, the airport. Super 100 million plus holiday travelers. This is Christmas at a US airport. The air is thick with anticipation, and the energy is unlike any other time of year. Everywhere you look, there are people bundled in winter coats, dragging suitcases adorned with festive ribbons, and clutching gifts wrapped in shiny paper. The terminal is alive with the sounds of rolling luggage, laughter, and the occasional holiday song playing over the loudspeakers. For many, this is the first step of a long-awaited journey home. During Christmas week alone, the TSA screens more than 2.5 million passengers per day. That's a staggering number. Imagine the entire population of a small country passing through metal detectors, removing shoes, and juggling carry-ons, all in a single day. Security lines snake through the terminal, filled with travelers from all walks of life. College students returning from finals, parents wrangling toddlers, grandparents eager to see their grandkids. The process is slow, but there's a sense of camaraderie, a shared understanding that everyone is in this together. That's more people than live in some countries. You see excitement in the eyes of children peering out windows, hoping to spot Santa's sleigh among the planes. You see exhaustion etched on the faces of those who've traveled through the night, curled up on benches, or propped against their luggage. Some people are wide awake, fueled by coffee and adrenaline, while others doze off, lulled by the constant announcements and the hum of the crowd. You see families hugging like they haven't seen each other in years. Tears flow freely, laughter echoes, and for a moment the chaos of the airport fades away. These reunions are filled with emotion, relief, joy, and sometimes disbelief that the journey is finally over. For military families, students studying abroad, or loved ones separated by distance, these embraces are the highlight of the season. For some people, this is the happiest moment of the year. The airport becomes a stage for pure, unfiltered joy. Smiles are contagious, and strangers can't help but share in the happiness of others. It's a reminder of what the holidays are truly about: connection, togetherness, and the comfort of being surrounded by those you love. For others, it's the most stressful. Delayed flights, lost luggage, and endless lines can test anyone's patience. The pressure to make it home in time for the holidays weighs heavily and tempers sometimes flare. But even in the midst of frustration, there are small acts of kindness: a stranger offering a seat, a TSA agent sharing a smile, or a fellow traveler lending a phone charger. But once you leave the airport, everything changes. The noise fades, the crowds thin, and you step into the crisp winter air, ready to begin the next chapter of your holiday adventure. Whether you're heading home or starting a new journey, the airport is just the beginning, a place where stories converge, and the spirit of the season comes alive. This is Christmas in America's big cities. New York alone puts up over 50,000 lights just for the holidays. Cities spend millions of dollars every year on decorations, events, and displays. Music everywhere, lights everywhere, crowds everywhere. But here's the part no one talks about. Despite all the noise, over 28% of Americans say they feel lonelier during the holidays. So we left the noise behind. So, this is Christmas in small-town America. It's a scene that feels almost like a memory, even if you've never lived it yourself. The streets are quiet, the air is crisp, and there's a gentle hush that settles over everything as the sun goes down. The glow of Christmas lights reflects off the snow, and for a moment the world feels smaller, cozier, and somehow more connected. You know, there are actually more than 19,000 towns across the United States with fewer than 10,000 people. That's a lot of places where the pace of life slows down, especially during the holidays. In these towns, winter brings everyone a little closer together. The snow muffles the usual sounds, and the only thing you hear is laughter echoing down the street or the crunch of boots on fresh snow. Each town has its own traditions, but they all share that same sense of belonging. Here, stores close early, not because business is slow, but because the people running them want to get home to their families. Neighbors really know each other, by name, by story, by the way their porch lights twinkle. Kids play outside until their cheeks are rosy, and parents call them in for hot chocolate. Time just slows down, and the rush of the outside world feels far away. These towns, they don't compete for attention, they just decorate, because, well, it matters. Every string of lights, every wreath on a door, every handmade ornament on the community tree is a sign that people care. It's not about impressing anyone, it's about making the town feel like home for everyone who lives there. The decorations might be simple, but the feeling behind them is anything but. This is the Christmas people remember. Not the one from commercials or movies, but the one where families gather in living rooms filled with laughter, where the smell of cookies drifts from the kitchen, and where children press their faces to frosty windows watching the snow fall. It's about stories shared, memories made, and the warmth that comes from being together. And yeah, this is where the feeling really changes. In the stillness of a small town at Christmas, you realize it's not about the gifts or the glitter. It's about the sense of peace, the comfort of tradition, and the quiet joy of knowing you belong. That's the magic of a small town Christmas. Now, this is the heart of American Christmas, suburban neighborhoods. Here, the spirit of the season seems to spill out of every driveway and front yard, transforming quiet streets into glowing avenues of celebration. As December arrives, these neighborhoods become a canvas for creativity, with each home adding its own unique touch to the festive landscape. The air is crisp, and the anticipation is almost tangible as families prepare for the holidays. Over 60% of Americans live in suburban or residential areas like this. That means, for most people, the classic Christmas experience is set against a backdrop of tree-lined streets, snow-dusted lawns, and rows of houses decked out in their holiday best. It's a place where neighbors wave as they shovel their driveways and kids race to see who can build the biggest snowman before dinner. The sense of community here is strong, especially during the holidays, when everyone seems to be in on the same joyful secret. And, get this, during December, Americans spend over $70 billion on decorations alone. That's right, $70 billion. From twinkling lights to inflatable reindeer. The holiday shopping season is a spectacle in itself. Stores are packed with families searching for the perfect string of lights or the newest yard display. It's not just about buying things, it's about the excitement of transforming your home into a winter wonderland, one ornament at a time. There are lights on roofs, inflatable Santas, entire streets just glowing. Some families go all out, syncing their lights to music or creating elaborate displays that draw visitors from miles away. It's a friendly rivalry. Who can make their house the brightest, the most magical, the most memorable? For many, it's a tradition that brings everyone together, from toddlers to grandparents, as they hang lights and set up decorations, laughing and sharing stories along the way. People kind of compete, even if they don't want to admit they're competing. Kids count lights, tallying up which house has the most, while parents exchange knowing smiles. It's all in good fun, a way to spark a little extra magic and maybe even inspire the next house over to add a few more lights next year. Walking through the neighborhood becomes an event in itself, with families bundling up and heading out after dinner just to admire the displays. Cars slow down just to take it all in. Some families make a tradition of piling into the car, mugs of hot cocoa in hand, and driving through the neighborhood to see the lights. It's a simple pleasure, but one that creates lasting memories. Kids pressed against the windows, eyes wide with wonder as they spot their favorite decorations. For a few weeks, the ordinary commute turns into a magical journey. For a few weeks, strangers start to feel like neighbors again. The holiday lights seem to break down barriers, inviting people to stop and chat, to share a laugh or a recipe, or to simply wish each other a happy holiday. Community events pop up, caroling, cookie exchanges, and impromptu gatherings in driveways. It's a time when the sense of belonging is stronger than ever, and the spirit of giving and togetherness fills the air. But, Christmas here isn't just about lights, it's about food too. Kitchens come alive with the smells of gingerbread, cinnamon, and roasting turkey. Families gather to bake cookies, share secret recipes, and prepare feasts that bring everyone to the table. The holiday season in the suburbs is a celebration of tradition, creativity, and community, a time when ordinary streets are transformed into something truly extraordinary. During Christmas, Americans spend over $90 billion on food and drinks, but every home tells a different story. Some cook for days, some order last-minute takeout, some barely manage a meal. There's no single Christmas dinner in America, just millions of kitchens, all doing their best. And, when the food is done, night falls. This is Christmas night in the United States. After all the spending, traveling, and noise, the streets empty. Traffic drops by nearly 40%. Noise disappears. Snow absorbs sound. This is the moment people don't post. The quiet after the rush. And this is what Christmas actually feels like. Here's the truth. While Christmas is the most celebrated holiday in America, over 1 in 4 people spend it feeling alone. Some feel joy, some feel nostalgia, some feel loss. Christmas here isn't one emotion, it's whatever you're carrying into it, and that's why it hits so hard. So this is Christmas in the United States. Not perfect, not the same everywhere, but real. Millions traveling, billions spent, and countless quiet moments no one sees. And if you're watching this far from home, or alone, or missing someone, just know this. Somewhere out there the lights are still on, and the feeling is still waiting. Merry Christmas.